such a pleasure to be here. You might be asking, Google, food, what's the connection? A lot of people do ask. Well, I'll tell you, food has been so integral to the Google community since its inception 25 years ago. The founders of Google recognized that food brings people together, it nourishes great minds, and it sustains communities. At Google, we leverage behavioral science to learn more about our users and to thoughtfully guide the healthiest and most sustainable choices to be the easiest choices. Fun fact, we hired a chef, employee number 53, before we hired our first HR employee. We really do care about food. We get it. We love food at Google. Our food team mission, let me advance the slides here, is to inspire and enable the Google community to thrive through food choices and experiences. And we've got 4 key objectives that really help our team rally around our food program. One is to enable productivity and performance. We really believe that the food and fuel coming into Googlers helps put out the best innovation and the best thinking. To support our Google culture and work dynamics, just in bringing people together. To support our leaders and teams in achieving team-specific goals, and to attract really, truly the world's best talent. We operate at scale, so this gives you a sense of really what we're dealing with. We're similar to a mid-sized global food service operation, much like a Hard Rock Cafe, as an example. We serve over 240,000 meals in a given day to about 160,000 employees. We work with food service partners like Compass, Guggenheimer, Sodexo to actually execute our operations. And we train and work with them and help them understand the culture and what's important to us. But they're the ones that are actually on the front lines executing. We have close to 400 cafes, 1,500 micro kitchens. I'm responsible for 15 brick and mortar teaching kitchens where we actually bring Googlers in and teach them how to prepare a healthy meal, teach them where food comes from. They're very curious. And we operate in 57 countries. So we have quite a bit of scale. With that scale, we have reach and responsibility to be part of a broader food ecosystem. And our broader vision, which you can see here, we aim to achieve a world that sustainably feeds and nourishes humanity by 2050. And this allows us to come to the table in a variety of ways that deliver impact. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is our food loss and waste efforts. This is part of our Google Food Team activities that want to really ladder up to our larger Google ambition around sustainability. We've got 2 big sustainability goals at Google: to reach net zero emissions by 2030 and to accelerate the transition to a circular economy. One of these areas that we can help from a food perspective is to lean into food waste. The impacts here are staggering. You can see here, from farm to fork, 1/3 of food waste ends up lost or wasted along the way. This unused food makes up 8% of the world's carbon footprint. So in 2022, we announced 2 pledges to accelerate our food loss and waste efforts: to cut Googlers' food waste in half by 2025, and to send 0 food waste to the landfill by 2025. Remember this, 0 food waste, because this is what, again, our ambition is, and the efforts that I'm going to talk to you about today ladder right back to this target that we've set. So our food loss and waste strategy is extensive. There's a lot here. Our leader, Kathy Cacciola, who leads sustainability for the food team, covers many of these areas and has built this strategy: sourcing and procurement, back of house operations, front of house, which is where we'll hone in today, user experiences as an example, physical infrastructure, and food recovery. But I really do want to hone in on Google users. How could we impact our employees to make differences in our carbon goals? Well, we started with RARE. So can we give a quick round of applause for the RARE organization? The RARE team has been amazing, really helping us understand behavior-centered design. And starting with that as a frame, you all may be familiar with this. If you're not, check out the website. We got clear understanding about how important it was to think about our users and to use this design. It helped us to hone in 2 areas, to leverage insights from behavioral science by empathizing with our users. And you can see the empathy bucket, number 2. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit more detail. And secondly, to build solutions for our food loss and waste challenge. So we went through this journey with RARE. We're not quite finished. This is new, as Eric said, hot off the press, insights from our research, but we've learned a lot along the way. And that well-established systematic approach starts with understanding the user and the context that they're in to make decisions, which allowed for us to create a clear path to prioritize and test a prototype that we're sitting on right now and ready to scale globally. So double-clicking on the empathy bucket, featuring behavioral insights that allowed us to come up with some successful solutioning. In order to understand our user deeply, we conducted a global survey that helped us understand the motivations and barriers to food loss and waste at Google. We found 2 things that were important for our team. Googlers are more likely to reduce food waste when others around them are doing the same, and they believe they should reduce waste too. And secondly, by surfacing beliefs that people likely already hold, we can make the norm more salient. By unpacking these insights, we were able to create solutions using social norms messaging and common language signage that eventually resulted, at the end, less food waste. So here are the prototypes. These are the 2 opportunities that we used to make the norm more salient. The first one is the poster. It's a social norms poster. And it says 97% of Googlers, and we got that from our survey, think Googlers should do what they can to avoid wasting food. It says, here's the deal. Less food waste equals a healthier planet. Join in to stop food waste. Take what you'll eat. Googlers love data. They love percentages, they love numbers, and this resonated deeply with them. The second prototype was the portioning language card that we put right next to food stations. And this was really interesting because it just had very simple messaging, but it resonated deeply. It says, join in to stop food waste, and it gave visuals for a taste, a half portion, a full portion, and it really guided them as to how much were they actually really wanting to take at the moment of the decision that they were making in the cafe. And the second one said, join in to stop food waste, take what you want, take what you need, take what you'll eat. We have something at Google, we talk a lot about being very googly, and the language is actually really important, and this language resonated deeply. We tested it with them. So at the moment of choice, we use this portioning language that helped them make a truly active decision. As part of the study, we also used Orbisk, game-changing AI technology for individual food plate waste assessments. At Google, we love technology. These cameras using AI technology identified where and how much food weight was being wasted. The benefits of this technology: speed and labor for the number of observations. There was a higher accuracy than manual plate weight estimations, and we got much more granular data on patterns of food waste at the time. Having this AI technology allowed us to use an iPad-sized system with more accuracy and a lot more data points. 6 million data points we were able to analyze. So I'm thrilled to tell you our results indicated that we reduced food waste by 30%. The behavioral-based intervention prevented about 13 grams of food waste per meal, a tablespoon of food. That probably sounds small to you all, but I'm going to take you back to that ambition of sending 0 waste to the landfill. If we scale this across Google, we can save 2 million meals annually. So we were pleased that Googlers aren't wasting a lot of food. But again, if we go back to that ambition, we're well on our way to trying to achieve our goals. So I'm going to close with 4 reflections, some things that were very meaningful to the team. One is we're well on our way to having carbon impact. Our ability to reduce food waste will favorably impact Google's carbon goals, 20% per meal as a result of the intervention. This is scalable. It's really quite easy. They're easily implemented, minimal resources, very low cost across our global food service operations. We put up posters, we put up a little signage. It's additive to what we're already doing. We use descriptive dish title work, we organize the stations so that we put plant forward options first, but this is additive to that. It's something we can build on. And last, I'm going to close with our focus on partnership. This is one of the most meaningful insights from this experience. Rare and Orbisk supported our team to deliver meaningful expertise to help us achieve progress on our food loss and waste goals. Through behavior-centered design and Orbisk technology, we can embrace relevant and meaningful solutions for our food program. And so can others who value similar opportunities. Thank you.